Hello viewers and welcome to part 2 of our Autosport International 2012 coverage. Part 1 we saw some of the Formula 1 cars, both old and new. We had the interview with Alice Powell, and now we're going to look a bit more at some of the other racing cars, from drift cars to production sports cars and rally cars, as well as an interview with David Clifford from Autosport XS. Let's take a look at that. So first then we're looking at Liam Doran's Pike Peak RS200 here. Had the bonnet up, so I thought, well, I'll take the opportunity to film a little bit of the engine. Rumoured to have 962 brake horsepower. This car certainly has some serious grunt beneath the bonnet, so I thought I'd get you guys a few shots of that mightily impressive engine setup there. Goodness, that is a lot of power for very little weight. You can see there, an amazing vehicle. On to the Monster Energy stand, of course, having a little tour on there. The usual rally cross selection. There was a few drivers making appearances over the weekend. Of course, I was there on the press day, so it's normally pretty quiet on the press day, as you can see. Having a little tour. My wobbly camera here, and then I had, unfortunately, as I say, I had limited memory on my cameras during this day. Oh, this GTR, I mean, I saw this and thought, wow, look at it. I think I put a picture of this on the Facebook a couple of weeks ago. Love the body kit, love the paintwork. Thought it looked absolutely stunning. Let's have a better look at that as I stand back a bit. Nice bonnet there, you know, all kinds of details on the car. Really like that. Look at that. Fantastic. It's got a really nice, you know, masculine look to it. Powerful look. Something you can really admire. And some of these cars were actually on display as well in the drift arena. I'm sure it's pretty impressive to see it in action and hear it. I think just looking at it says it all, really. And then onto the piston heads area, where we have many top class production sports cars. Looking at the McLaren 12C on display there. Quite surprising, you don't see too many of those around. And then onto, we've got a Lamborghini here. I believe that was a Gallardo, a very brief shot of a Gallardo. Lots of nice cars on display. Nice and shiny. There was a man there to keep them shined up all day. We've got a 458 Italia, looking good. Kind of felt like a glorified Forza 4 Auto Vista mode to me. Having a tour around the car, and that's what I was kind of thinking to myself when I looked at the back of it. I thought, look at those lights. They look just like they do in Forza Motorsport 4. So I thought I'd zoom in at the detail as you would. The lighting in there wasn't as good as I would have liked. If it was a bit brighter lighting, it would have all shone up a lot better, but certainly a really nice selection of cars. So I just thought I'd have a stroll around and film them all for you guys. Go to Monaco and you'll probably see them all parked at traffic lights. There really is something for everybody here. In fact, the piston head show actually was, you know, like I say again, lots of space to walk around. See lots of different types of high quality production cars. Energy and GTR, I was taken for a spin in one of those the other day. Very nice they are too. Big cars, big heavy cars, but the electronic systems within them these days is absolutely amazing. I mean, many of the new cars now, the electronics react way quicker than any human can. Constantly assessing grip and everything else. So that was the piston heads area, and very nice it is too. You can see there that section of the show. That's hall 1 of 11, so it was a big show.
Hi, yeah, I'm David Clifford. I'm the CEO and Director of Strategy for Autosport XS.
Okay, so Autosport XS, making motorsport more accessible. Tell me what that involves. What's it all about?
Yeah, well, one of the big things, firstly, the people who are running the company are actually motorsport fans ourselves. And one of the biggest challenges, and one phrase we keep hearing, is making motorsport more accessible. But generally, that's all you hear. You don't actually hear about how that's going to happen. So what we've done is actually create a company that actually makes this happen. So in association with a number of very good partners within the industry across many different categories, including things like merchandise, magazine, ticket resellers, experience events, art, etc. They are offering incentives to our membership. So we're a membership-based program. helping to make motorsport more accessible, more affordable for fans. And that's the concept overall, what we're trying to achieve with it.
So this covers any type of motorsport. If you're a Formula One fan or if you're a touring car fan, what's some typical benefits we can look forward to?
Typical benefits include, for example, up to 20% discount off tickets to Formula One races, depending on which Formula One race we're talking about. Also 50% off some magazine subscriptions, 20% off some original art. And what we're doing is actually have 2 member tiers. So the first one, the general member tier, has access to a whole wide range of elements. But then on top of that, we have a VIP tier. So if anybody's interested more in sort of the hospitality side of things, maybe buying original art or maybe luxury products, we've got some fantastic partners out there who actually have those on board.
Now, do you have any partners that you can mention today?
Yeah, we have a whole range. Just behind us here at the moment, we've got Paul Oz, who's an artist, who produces. His title is an explosive pop art artist. So it sounds rather dangerous, but in fact, what we have here is a more 3D elements to art. We have we've got the finger just coming. We've got the finger, yes. Yeah, some people want to see the finger a little bit more this season, perhaps others don't, but we'll see. As long as we have a good season, I think that's the main thing. Other partners that we have on board, we've got Duke for videos, Blu-ray. We have Edge Global doing hospitality. We have Racing Gold, who do luxury products. We have Grand Prix Tickets, who are the official Formula One provider for tickets as well. But one of the biggest announcements we've actually made in terms of Motorsport XS yesterday, when we actually launched, was a collaboration with the Sepang International Circuit. Razlan Razali, the CEO of Sepang International Circuit, has announced that we are going to work in collaboration with them to actually run their membership program. So they're relaunching their SIC membership club, titled SIC Motorsport XS Club, and we're going to work with them and also discuss with other circuits, because Sepang have actually given us some fantastic discounts in terms of their circuit, 20% discount on all F1 and MotoGP tickets, which is a huge discount. You don't get that anywhere. And in addition to that, with the further circuits that hopefully we can bring on board, we can really help to drive that down. But it's not just about people who want to come to circuits, to the events, because not everyone can afford a ticket, even when it's reduced down by such a significant amount anyway. So you guys out there who want to actually buy merchandise, you may purchase team merchandise, caps, things like that. The magazine subscriptions, I'm a personal subscriber to F1 Racing magazine and a few others as well. And you can get discounts from that too, so it's great.
Excellent, David. Well, it all sounds, I think anything that gets more people, more fans closer to motor racing is a good thing. I've always been a massive motor racing fan, as the viewers know, and it is an expensive business. So I think anything that does make that more accessible, that gets more fans along, has got to be always got to be a good thing. Well, listen, David, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
So it was good talking to David, and you can see him with Dan Wells here, who we'll be speaking to on a later video. He's an upcoming Formula Renault driver, doing a good job as well, and they were discussing their Henry Surtees Foundation there and their support at the show as well, which was good to see. We'll be coming back on more on that in future videos. Having a little tour here, you can see the Forza Motorsport 4 car. That would have been competing in the Brit Race series last year at Silverstone. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to cover that at the time, which was a great shame. A Domino's Radical there. Radicals are kind of scattered about all over the place. They're the racing car of choice for anyone, really. Was that Noble? Couldn't quite see from the mark on the front. But either way, some fantastic cars on display. There's a Noble there. And I just thought, well, you know what, you don't see these driving down the street, so I'll have a little tour. I don't know if I necessarily go with a colour though. Yellow, no. And that's a really lime colour there as well, isn't it? Nice wheels. Now that's the Ultima, I believe, isn't it? The Ultima. I didn't quite see it again. I can't quite see the name on the front there, but one of the cars I used to play about with in PGR3. Always like to have a zoom in on the steering wheels as well, to show you guys the cockpit views and buttons and bits and bobs of some of these cars. As ever, taking a note from Formula One, and why not? That's always a test series for it. So many nice examples, so many cars sold at a show like this. But with limited time, unfortunately, I wasn't able to do much in the way of smooth passing shots for you guys. It was literally walk around the show, film as much as you can and walk miles. Some great examples of classic rally cars as well on display. Lots of stands having rally cars, both old and new. Great to see. And here we are, saw the back off of Stratos floating around there. I thought, well, you don't see that every day, so why not get in nice and close? I probably wouldn't even fit in one of those cars. I'm too much of a giant. There you go, the car's certainly packed out with engine. I mean, you have to say, it's just all engine, and the car itself probably doesn't weigh anything. Just that big lump packed into the back of it. But notorious for breaking down though. So perhaps any Stratos fans can come back to me on that one. Let me know what they like to drive. Having a tour around the rest of the show. Lots of different sports cars on display. So basically Autosport International, there's just so much there to see, so many stands. I mean, this, as I say, this is hall 1 of 11. And I just thought, well, let's have a wander around and see what we can see. All the cars in immaculate condition. Lots of Porsche racing cars around. Porsche returning to the Le Mans series in 2013. I don't really know what's happening with 2012. We're going to come back with a bit of news on that. But that was a quick look at the Autosport International 2012. So that was another nice little tour of the show then. Loads of racing cars. I mean, so much there for automotive fans. I mean, it really is nice to just have a walk around, as I say, get close to these cars. And I could have done so much more filming if I'd had more time. You know, time was so limited. The show was absolutely massive. So if you're a motorsports fan and you want to get into motorsport, you want to buy parts, you want to see the cars, you want to see the drivers, it's certainly the place to be, all under one roof. And what a massive roof it is as well. So certainly a great experience and a great tour of that. And a big thanks to David for giving us time for that chat as well. Certainly Motorsport XS is something to look into if you're a motorsport fan and looking for better offers and deals that might be around here and there. But that's it for the first 2 episodes looking at the cars. The third episode that's coming up is going to look more at the simulators that are on display at the show, besides a final roundup and an Epic iRacing race bunged in there as well. So more to come, viewers, as ever, more soon.